Right, that was a new one. Hey,
mask on, okay, huh?
Mask on.
Take it off. What defines a toxic relationship?
Ooh.
That?
Dang.
Toxic relationships is basically. I'm trying to think of the best, like,
It's
smallest
hard
way
not
to
use the
say
word
it.
toxic.
Is when both of you bring out the worst of each other.
Oh, okay.
That's the best way I can try to find it. Or,
Mm-hmm.
So that's one way. But a toxic relationship could be one person is toxic and poisoning the other person.
Right.
Right. So when one person is manipulating the other person, using the other person, creating emotional like roller coasters in a relationship, and the other person is unaware of what's happening.
In the empath narcissistic relationship.
Narcissistic. I knew that word was coming somewhere.
As well. So it could be both of them are toxic for each other, or it could be one person that's toxic to the other person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of times we see past hurts. My dad wasn't in my life. My dad was on drugs. Oh, my dad was too, and we create this bond based on hurt. And a lot of times that will be the foundation of a toxic relationship.
Right.
Or even like you feel like, oh, they've been cheated on, you've been cheated on,
Right.
Stuff like that.
And you start to see each other's brokenness as a bond. And like, oh, well, they understand we can pull through this, and a lot of time that is toxicity in disguise.
Toxicity. Yeah,
Right.
so definitely.
Like me and Humvee have both agreed that we're both narcissistic.
I'm not narcissistic.
I don't.
You are.
You have said it before. We said it on the previous show that you have some ways of being.
Oh, you may have some narcissistic ways.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
narcissistic ways.
But like,
I'm pretty much.
yeah, you're a narcissist.
And that word is
yeah.
being thrown around
A lot. And
So
a lot
what
of
is
people
it?
don't know who.
I'm
like,
curious as to what is it that you feel narcissism is.
I'm manipulative.
I'm what? I didn't hear
Self-
He says he's manipulative.
you. Okay.
Selfish. I can be those things, and I know I need to seek counsel for it.
You have a hard time saying sorry.
He does.
About
No, I say it easily.
But
I
do you
say-
mean it? Do you mean it?
No, he don't.
They talking to me.
See? Hey, what he said? Shut.
Show's over. Good night. No, I can't plug it back in. God damn.
That's what you get.
I'm so narcissistic. But no, yeah, I know I do, because I be like, yo, I'm really selfish, narcissistic. I'm manipulative as hell. And like I said, but I do apologize easily. I actually wrote down some like characteristics I had,
Right.
like, and I was like, I kind of fell into them. I can't remember. I want to bring it, but I kind of get a chance to bring it. But yeah, I was watching
Are
it.
your apologies another tool of your manipulation, or?
Yes.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, I can say
You
that.
gotta talk.
Apologies being tools?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I'm sorry, babe. Come home, and then you just do the same
'Cause
thing.
you know-
again.
I mean,
You never really
I
sorry
knew
for
that it was. I know not now, because I know that I'm
Right.
doing it to manipulate.
Mhm.
But I'm trying, like, yo, I'm not gonna apologize unless I really mean it, unless I'm ready to go change. You know,
I think
so,
that's really big of you
That is.
to actually admit that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good.
There's not too many people who will say that.
Oh yeah, man. I feel like I feel like I'm involved in, but that's what I say.
Right.
It's through the truck cast.
Yeah.
That it's like
That's
it's like
awesome.
going through therapy once or twice a week. You know what I'm saying? So, I've seen my ways change, and I learned, like, yo, I am all of that. Yo, I gotta stop. That's why my relationships fail.
Right.
It's not because of the woman. It's because of me. You know. So
Why do you? Okay.
I feel proud of you.
I am too.
she about to go on.
Let me stop.
Hey, get the tissue out of there. You're going to need it. Continue.
No,
what about you?
Hold on, no.
baby.
Yeah, I'm about to turn it on you. You said you have some narcissistic ways. What
I
are your
don't.
ways?
I don't think I do. He said I did. I don't think I do.
He said that you said that you.
That was a long time ago.
It does not matter.
I've grown out of that. That was a long time.
Oh, you evolved in
Face.
3 weeks.
That wasn't 3 weeks. That was like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
About to
But
watch
no,
your
but
face.
I don't think I do. I don't think I have narcissistic.
Sharonda say,
ways.
look at you being outgrown. Thanks, Sharonda. Thanks, Sharonda. Look, Sharonda say, yes, he does.
Wow.
Hummer
I don't know.
V
I don't know.
likes something that does. He doesn't want nothing that likes him. He wants to chase.
Oh, he likes to chase.
He's
Yeah.
a chaser.
Okay.
that's just the man in me, right?
So what happens when you get it?
Show's over. No, when I
That's how, folks. It'd be a rap. Like, what happened to her?
I got it.
No, man. I'm trying to work on that, yo, for sure. I'm definitely trying to work on making the process. I don't know. I might be.
Man, the accuracy. I mean, I know you, bro. I know you, bro, because like we sit here, we do this
We do
every
it every
Tuesday.
day.
This is nothing but counseling sessions for us.
Yeah.
It is.
And
then even outside of the truck when we go out. So
Well,
I mean, the thing is that since you guys, I'm talking about both of you, are able to recognize some of your behavior.
That's important.
That's very important.
Yeah.
But then it's like, now what?
Now what are you gonna do?
How do
with
we
it?
face it? How do we fix it?
We gotta change.
Yeah.
I know that's the hard part, right?
No, I'm down to make the change.
Really?
Yeah, make the change. You ready?
Make that
Change. I think we got like a little tune for almost every little line we've said in here.
Who's this boy here, man?
What? You don't think I will?
Next question. Come on, man. Get some questions. You want to get some questions.
All right,
Because you toxic right now in this relationship. You being real toxic.
How am I being toxic, bro? All right, here we go.
My bad, I'm sorry.
You terrible.
I didn't mean to
He
judge you.
apologized.
Do you believe that?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. My apology is also part of my manipulation.
Yeah, that nigga.
I already said that, right?
Not all of them, though. Not all of your apologies, right? Or
Not anymore, but at first it was.
What about that one you
Why
just
do
gave?
you manipulate? Why?
I didn't, because I didn't think I was doing that. I didn't recognize it until maybe a year ago.
Okay.
I didn't realize that I was just being me.
Right.
And I thought that in being me, I'm going to do what I want to do. And I'm
But
just gonna,
somewhere
you know.
along the line, you found out by doing that,
Right.
you got something.
Well, it actually took my significant other, because she's very intuitive and she's a Cancer. And she said, you're doing...
Syrians.
Yeah, she wrote me down. I'm like,
I hate it.
I'm like, is she
I mean, I
reading my Bible book? Like, what is
Oh,
this?
yeah.
Like, and I kind of, like, she be breaking me down, so.
That's good. You got a good
And I
one.
be like, yo, okay, she right.
That's right.
Yeah, so.
You got a good
My
one.
Cancer.
I really know I got a good one. She's
All right,
extremely good to me, and I try my best to be a better person.
Wonderful.
That's nice.
That's what's up, man.
One time for the one time.
And shut up, man. 'Cause you
Let her
being
be
so
vulnerable
good,
because we
No,
ain't gonna
but
judge
my
him.
my stuff is genuine. Everything that I tell him is genuine.
Why are you
His is not.
Oh my God, I'm not being genuine right now, bro.
You got an issue? Here's a tissue.
I know. We gotta use that.
We gotta get these doctors out of the truck.
For real, man.
We just sit there observing.
And they go.
You don't really think I'm changing all? Like, come on.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, definitely. But the point is, I can see it more, and it's like it's more apparent. And then when we talk about it, like the conversation we had this past Sunday, it was like, yeah, it's me, man.
Yeah.
Like I know what I'm doing, and me too. Like I know what I'm doing in certain relationships. Like I know, like when I get her, it's kind of like.
Yeah, let's not go back there. Let's not.
All right, so yeah.
Next question. They want some more questions.
Let's talk about attraction. How can you trigger a female's sense of attraction for a male?
Okay, well, we first.
Because
see
most
with our
women like
eyes.
kissing.
Wait, okay,
Is that
so
true or
wait,
false?
You mean like you're trying to get her for the first time? I mean, what is it that?
Oh, I guess not.
Are you talking about somebody you've been with already? Like kissing?
Get her-
Like kissing.
Oh, yeah?
You know, most women like a little, they like to kiss.
No, he's like,
Aw.
Right. Wrong. They corrected my ass.
go ahead, Doc.
So, yeah.
Okay, so I just need clarification. Are you talking about like trying to attract her like for the first time, or like when you're in a relationship already?
Not even in a relationship, like the intimacy part, like being intimate.
Okay. So being intimate. So okay, are you saying sexual intimacy? Or
Sexual
just intimate?
intimacy,
Okay, I had to. I gotta clarify
Okay.
because they're
sexual-
different. You
yeah,
know.
got
So
you, got you.
when sexual intimacy, it starts first with desire. Like you have to be able to desire your mate, And universally, so Esther Perel, again, because I love her, she did a study around the world asking people, like, what is it that makes you attracted to your mate or attracted to somebody else?
Right.
And the answers, there was a lot of different answers, but universally, it's about giving space. It's about that mystery. Okay, so here's an example. So if I asked you, when are you most desirable? When do you desire your wife the most? Somewhere in there, it's going to be about mystery, about the chase. It's going to be about actually seeing her for who she is. So like when I talk to clients, I tell them, like, when you're in a relationship, or even if you're just trying to get somebody for the first time, if they're all up in your face like this, like your hand, it's kind of blurry. Like you can't even see the lines on your hand, but when you pull it away, you can appreciate the hand. You can see the lines. So usually when women want to desire you, we want to see you at your peak, like when you're doing something you're passionate about. Like answers you'll get is like, oh, I desire my husband the most when I see him work in a room, talking to people, or if I see him in his suit, or if I see him on stage, or, you know, things like that. Because it makes it almost like it gives you space to see. So usually to desire somebody is the first step before anything else if you really want to have a good sexual, intimate relationship. Now you could just have sex.
Kissing.
It's not kissing.
Oh, it's kissing.
Would you rather kiss your woman, or would you rather see her walk across the room and you see the silhouette of her body?
The silhouette.
The distance. And
it's the distance that makes you anticipate, and it makes it exciting, and it makes it mysterious.
And go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And so that's why like lingerie is a thing, because it like it's supposed to hide some things, but it's a revealing. Eventually you'll take it off. Well, that's for some people.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, but like the thing about makeup. A lot of men say, oh, I don't like my woman with makeup. But most likely when you caught her or when you wanted to get her, she had makeup on, because what makeup does is it gives you the illusion and it accentuates our best features.
And we like that.
And when you see it, it's like beautiful. But when it's up close, it's something different. So it's about desire. So if you're wondering why your sexual intimacy in a relationship is not really like where it's supposed to be, you have to ask yourself, are you showing that you desire her?
Fire and desire.
Are you doing things to make her desire you? Are you walking around in your ripped up, stained,
baggy
underwear, you know, and it's not shaven and you stink, you know, but you want her to be like, come on, you know, that there's no desire there.
I thought that like the what's the smell that
pheromones.
The pheromones turn the women on, like when you come from working outside or something like that.
Hey, it's a thin line between pheromones and funk.
Stank. Okay.
Pheromones and funk are different.
That ain't pheromones, baby. That's funk.
Come and get it.
And then even with that, with pheromones, think about what you're putting in your body.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, because your pheromones, I don't know if this is too explicit. No, it's probably not. I've seen our show. But even how you smell down there and what comes when you ejaculate, the way your sperm tastes and smells is about what you eat.
Gotcha.
And a woman can smell
Ice cream.
that. Ice
What
cream.
kind?
That means dairy.
Ben and Jerry's.
Which has a lot of mucus.
Yeah.
Which creates a lot of funk.
Yeah.
Well.
Fuck Ben and Jerry's.
So anyways, basically desire. Are you desiring her, and and are you showing her your worth being a desire? Yeah.
So what, you eat vegetables or something?
Yeah.
I mean,
Water,
celery,
vegetables,
peanut butter.
leafy greens.
Yeah.
But those are healthy.
Kale's nasty though.
I am not healthy as I used to be.
I think. Can I get one more in before you guys?
Yeah,
okay.
sure.
All right.
They want to stay. Come on.
Yeah. What is the importance of morality in an intimate relationship?
Wow. It is important. Yeah, that's very important. It is important because if my morality dictates that I can't have sex before marriage, and yours does, we have an issue here, right? So it creates some guidelines that we have to agree on, abide by, before we even engage. So I think it has a heavy weighing on sexuality, what we're doing in the bedroom, what we're not doing in the bedroom. There's a lot of people who say they're a virgin as far as penetration, vaginal penetration, but you know, there's
that
other
my thing virgin. I had a Pimp C moment.
Let me see that tongue.
That my. Anyway.
So morality plays a big part, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so go back to that desire. I want to add, so should you ask your mate, when do you find me most desirable?
Yeah, you can.
Right.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, we talk about everything else in relationships, but the thing we talk about the least is sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing that can also break a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it's
By not
actually,
talking about sex?
No,
Or-
by sex.
Or by the act
So
of.
the
Okay, gotcha.
act of
Gotcha.
sex usually is not what breaks a marriage. The intimacy of sex
Within
breaks
sex.
the marriage.
Okay.
Can break a marriage. So that's why
Yeah.
you have to understand what she likes. Like, you might wear a certain shirt and you didn't even realize, like, every time you wear that shirt, she like really thinks it looks good on you and it makes
Yeah.
her excited. She might not even know that
Mhm.
every time you wear this shirt that she gets excited.
Yeah.
So that's why you guys have to communicate.
So how would you get like I don't know, like how would you like, hey, watch the shirts I wear, make sure.
Just have the conversation, like, when do you find me most sexy?
Yeah.
What do you like that I do or don't do in bed?
Like-
What do you? Go
Mhm.
ahead.
Like as a man, I've told my women, like, okay, I like when you wear that.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Like,
That's
See,
wonderful.
but what you probably don't talk about is when she does something or in the
Right.
bedroom that you don't like. You probably just like,
right.
you just hold it
And I
in.
think that adds to the whole expectations part that we talked about in the other question.
Mhm.
You know, because we're not talking about it, I almost feel like sex should have its own, like, you know, how there's love languages. There should be
Right.
like a sex
Sex
language.
language.
Sex
Because
language.
if you come in the bedroom trying to put me in a human pretzel and you haven't had that conversation with me, you're thinking you're putting it down and I'm in straight pain. So
Get
I
my cervix.
Yeah.
I think I gotta pee.
So I think
You
the
silly
conversation,
man.
like Dr. Jones says, it's not had enough, and it definitely needs to be an
Right.
ongoing discussion
Right,
because
right.
you grow and your desires change and your
Mhm.
attraction changes, and that needs to be something that
Like,
you
I've been with my
often
husband
have.
since I was 18.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, wow,
dope.
congratulations, that's dope.
We weren't
Twelfth
married at
morning.
18, but that's when I met him when I was 18. So the type of sexual intimacy we had when I was 18 and he was 20 is not the same
Right.
so many years later. I'm not telling you I'm right. That many years later. Because why? Men
Right.
and women, we have hormonal changes.
yeah.
Right.
You have a baby. Things move around. Like, even after you have a baby, like, your cervix could drop. So when you have sex, it could become painful.
Pick it up, babe,
Muscle
don't worry.
tension. You could destroy certain muscles down there and you don't even realize it. And then for men,
That's what
like,
men
if you
say.
like, if it's hard for you to stay erect, you withdraw, you don't want to talk about it, your testosterone. If you're over 40, you need to go get your testosterone checked.
Yeah.
Period. Because it changes your mood, it changes your attitude, it changes your desire, it changes your libido. So you need to get that checked out. So yeah, you have to continuously talk, because what I wanted at 18
Right.
is not what I want so many decades later.
Yeah.
There it is.
I'm gonna get this and go to sleep, girl. You ready?
You already know what time it is.
You fell asleep so fast.
But both of y'all be asleep. It's like, I mean, that's beautiful, you know. As
Oh,
long as both of
my
y'all can roll
goodness.
over and go to bed.
So,
love.
so it's safe to say, great sex is a major key to a
Mhm.
successful relationship.
It is a important factor, but it's
Yeah.
not the major.
A lasting
Are we-
relationship between man and woman. Is it?
No.
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, it's definitely a bonus.
It-
It's definitely a bonus.
Get it?
It's a big part, you know.
I finna say
It's the
bonus.
intimacy part is the big part. Let me just say that.
Not us.
Yeah.
That's why I said earlier, like, the act of sex is not what people divorce usually over. It's the intimacy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the number one, I heard marriage, like divorce, is what? Financial?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you don't feel close to that person when you're realizing there's, like, betrayal with money. That's
Yeah.
intimacy.
Yeah.
Money
So like,
intimacy.
so
Right,
you
right,
and
right.
your significant other know how much each other make, or
I mean, I think you should.
Yeah, I think transparency as much as possible is always good,
Even if it hurts.
even if it hurts.
why do you say even if it hurts? Because most guys' egos are built on making
Men
more
and
money.
women. I'm talking about men and women. Because, like, okay, so if you've been with somebody since you were young,
Mm-hmm.
what you told them when you were young, you may have left out a lot of things because you were trying to look young or try to portray yourself a certain way.
Right.
And if you try to bring out something that happened way back then, now that could look like you're a liar, betrayal, trust. So, I mean, but transparency is like the connectedness you have with each other, like knowing that I can tell you everything about even the ugly parts and you won't judge me, you won't use it against me when we're arguing, you won't use that as an argument point.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's powerful to know that I can expect the truth from my mate, good, bad, or ugly.
Yeah.
Dang, that's gold.
Yeah,
that's gold.
Security.
Definitely, that's gold.
So if you start a relationship,
of course.
You need to start out purely transparent, even if you think they're not gonna like it.
Yeah.
That don't work.
Everybody, I always say everybody has a representative.
Cause I was hella transparent.
That comes in the beginning. You know, you put your best foot forward. It's just no different from when you go to work. You talk differently than you do here in the truck cast. But you need to. I agree with Dr. Jones. Like, transparency is the thing that's going to take you a long way, and you know, it could hurt people. You know, it could turn people away, and I think that's why we choose not to be transparent. It's kind of self-preservation and selfishness. Well, I want to keep that person around, so let me conceal this truth. But
omitting stuff.
Omitting is still lying.
Because like even seeing like couples, like relationships or marriages together in session, if somebody betrayed somebody else's trust and the other person's, I just need to know everything. Most likely it's probably better you just tell them all, because they will forgive you more for that than you continuously trying to just funnel out the information. That will hurt more. It's like a slow cut. It's like getting cut with a slow blade. Just chop the arm off.
A dull blade.
Dull blade, that's what I meant.
Rusted blade.
A slow, you cut it slow.
Yeah.
I feel like we got y'all in thought.
Yeah, we deep in thought.
Hey, you see, how important is forgiveness? How important is forgiveness?
In anything, like arguments, everything.
Forgiveness is so freeing, and we had this conversation. We had this topic on the radio show
so
a
free.
couple
That's
of months
strong.
back.
It is. When you forgive, though.
I think people misunderstand forgiveness, and we think that if we forgive, then we're excusing somebody's hurtful behavior towards us. And what it is, you're not excusing it, you're acknowledging and recognizing like what you did was messed up. But I refuse to let it impact me for the rest of my life. And so I'm freeing myself.
Not you.
I'm not. You can do whatever it is you want to do. I'm freeing myself from this. Because as long as I don't forgive you, I think about what you've done to me. I think about how it's impacted me. And so therefore I am still a prisoner of your act. I am doing time for your crime. That was good.
Time for your crime.
Wait a minute.
That's how that I answer it.
Hey, she's spitting bars up. Spitting bars
I
over.
knew she was gonna have a good answer because she studied this. Like
I studied forgiveness for many, many years, and I've done tons of research on it.
Why was it so big for you for forgiveness?
I just think that people aren't truly living as long as they're weighed down by unforgiveness. And so, especially in our community, as far as the oppression that we've experienced, we don't even realize all of the unforgiveness that we're dragging around.
Come on now.
And so I did my dissertation on forgiveness and all that good stuff. So, but yeah, it's just really important to understand that you are freeing yourself, and it's not always a person that you have to forgive. Sometimes it's a situation. There are a lot of people who have to forgive Katrina for ruining their homes, separating their families, and we walk around with this anger because we can't be mad at a thing. We can't be mad at a situation. So we're mad at people. We need to recognize I'm upset with the situation, and I need to forgive that situation.
Forgiveness doesn't mean I have to like hug you after.
Nope.
Forgiveness, I don't even have to tell you crap. So like I remember there was like it was on the news, like this guy shot a black guy, and then the family like hugged him in the courtroom.
Oh
and
yeah.
There was like a huge uproar, right?
Yeah.
And so the forgiveness.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I didn't like that.
Right, nobody
Not a
liked that.
bit.
The forgiveness part you can't take away from them. Like if they wanted to forgive him, but the part that everybody had a problem was the hugs, the
from the judge,
you know, and all that, right?
Yeah.
Like all of that. So yeah, the family has a right to forgive. What they say.
Right. No, I'm looking at you.
Oh.
my facial expression.
Yes.
So you know the judge has a right to like not the judge. The family has a right to forgive.
Yeah,
the part that we were bothered with was like you hugging them and you rubbing their back, and the judge is doing that.
You feel
like
me?
that's not necessary. I could forgive the killer of somebody that I love, but I could never tell you. I don't have to tell you anything.
And
I don't owe you nothing.
I'm gonna forgive y'all, right?
And here's the thing: if you think about like people who get molested, right? I tell people who struggle with the word forgiveness because they can't detach it from the person, the transgressor. I say, don't say forgive. Just say, I choose to release this from my life, right? So if somebody has hurt you, let's say you were molested at a young age,
right?
You choose to release the impact it has had on your life. And I would actually suggest you don't go back around that person if you can avoid that. So you, like Dr. Jones was saying, you absolutely don't have to be around that person, because once again, the forgiveness was never about them, right? It's always about releasing yourself, freeing yourself.
To not continue to let that affect you anymore in your life, for the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
Right. And I know so many females that told me that, and like, I can see how they say it doesn't affect them, but it does. Like, and I would say stuff like, man, you gotta let that go. But like, I didn't know how to say it as you say it. Right. But I was like, man, you can't let that.
They don't understand how if
you
a
can't
lack
let that.
of love kills orphans from a lack of love. Unforgiveness will absolutely kill us. Like we will hold it in us until it tears us down. It will kill us emotionally. It will kill us mentally. And so it has. We think about pain as like hits, punches, cuts. Emotional pain is way heavier.
Oh man,
way heavier. So.
Dropping knowledge, man.
I mean, because even in the Black community, like as African American females, right now, heart disease is at the all-time high with African American women. Yeah. Okay. Why? Because of stress. Yeah. Because of a thing that you can't actually touch, a thing you can't actually feel. We're physically dying because of something we feel, because we're unable. And stress is basically when your brain is overloaded. You are putting too much in your mind, in your life, and you can't take it. Our mind only like works to a certain capacity anyway.
Well, is it because of that new chase that the women of the millennium are having? The independent women chasing everything, trying to be bosses and all that.
The boss bee.
I mean, I know that's probably like one, but you know,
I think it's. I've seen so many like they got so much on their plate, their children, their job. They're being the head of the household, and they stress themselves. Right. And like I've met women that like they all saying the same thing. Like, yo, we've
been put in that place. Yourself. A lot of us have been put in that place, and then we were taught by somebody also who was put in that place.
Exactly.
And so like I was raised by a single mother, and I was raised with only women. Right. So I was taught that you take care of yourself. And you do what you have to do. And if somebody tells you you can't do it, you do it 3 times better. And the stress that comes on with that makes me successful, but it stresses me the fuck out. I just got diagnosed with high blood pressure. And now I'm having to make sure that I'm like calming down. You know, because it's that superwoman mentality we're trying to put a cape on and handle everything, when we are not built for that. And the statistics are showing that we're not built for that. That's why heart disease is as bad as it is in our community.
I'm here, baby. I'm here to love you.
So a woman that
I don't want your love. I need you to help me.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Right.
What you said? Love isn't enough. Right.
Because love isn't enough. Love isn't enough.
So a woman that you know that's going through that, what would you? Because I know somebody that's going through that right now. Like what would be your
I would say
seek therapy.
I would say ask, but she probably would say, "No, I got it." You can see what she's doing too much. Help out, like active service. Like try to do something. Like you see, hey, you know, I got to fill up her gas tank. If you're seeing that she's doing that, cook her a meal, hold the bags. I mean, just do what you can actually see. Help, because if you ask, it's very likely you'll get. I got it.
I got it.
I can definitely.
Yes,
help.
I'm gonna get. I got it.
Yeah.
Right. I can definitely help.
Help.
I can definitely help. Before we get out here, one more question. What's the secret? Let me see. Make sure I get it right. What's the secret?
Is it you talking about cooking? Go ahead, man. Out of my view.
What's the secret to make a relationship last? That's how I want to.
Shutting up. Go ahead.
Helping and love, right?
And expectations. Oh yeah, and kissing.
And kissing. You gotta kiss. You gotta kiss. If you ain't kissing, you don't know what you missing.
Forever.
Give me that tongue.
Every relationship is unique, but I don't think you can go wrong with getting some strong, healthy communication.
Okay.
And understanding trust. Everybody attaches trust to infidelity or something like that, financial mistrust. But if your woman is looking sad and you're about to go out with your boys and you like, ooh, she looking sad or she looking mad, it's going to end up being a conversation. I'm going to be late.
Mm-hmm.
You, at that moment, you have the opportunity to either build her trust or betray her trust.
How?
Take 7 minutes.
If you go to her and say, hey, babe, you don't look your best, what's going on? You have built trust. She can trust you to recognize when she's not feeling good and be there for her.
She'll put it out there.
Or you can betray her trust and say, well, I'm going out.
Holla.
Right.
Because you can still go out.
Yeah.
But you're just acknowledging what you see.
She wants you to lean.
Trust is so important. So if I can trust you to be transparent with me, good, bad, or ugly, you have chosen to build trust. Every chance you get, you have an opportunity to build or betray trust.
And that's my answer.
Beat before you leave, brother.
My answer was trust. So I might piggyback on that one and just say it's also.
They trying to be professional. You over here being stupid.
But it's true.
Oh, man.
Her
You talking about he wants you to
beat before you leave. That's why she's upset. Get it in, and then they'll be happy.
See, but that's not what. That's not no.
This
Go ahead, Clair.
No.
This
This is the person talking about all women want kissing the most. He don't know.
Come here.
People just want to be.
Y'all
All right,
breath stinks. Go ahead, Doc. I'm sorry, Doc.
It's all right.
Well, see, I'm glad I said that. So now, get us right.
I bet if you go over there and acknowledge how she feels and just sit a couple minutes, then
You
she'll
will be.
probably lead to that.
Yeah.
And she'll probably be like, all right, babe, have fun with your friends. Even though you know, like halfway that's not true. It feels better for her. You still get to do what you want to do. And then you still may get to come home.
And
And
back come on. I done
kiss.
drained them dry. He ain't gonna do nothing.
Well, and that's the thing. I know you were joking, but you also have to think about if your woman is down, and instead of coming to her emotionally and saying, hey, I noticed that you're down, what's going on? But instead you choose to just beat before you leave, how used does that make her feel?
To buy all right.
Oh my God! Come on now, but that's not the case, though.
That's why I like living a normal life. I don't like to be counseled about everything I'm doing wrong because I know everything is wrong.
It sounded
I'm tired
bad.
of being wrong. I just want to be right one time, Lord.
It sounded bad, but like you said, it'll lead to.
Yeah. If you come to her and check in with her, that can lead to a little.
Listen to the emotional boy, Humvee.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
And then it can lead to the physical.
And same for the man. Like
Okay.
we need to make sure that we're coming and
Yes,
checking in and
you do.
No,
need
you
to check
don't.
in.
You finna leave?
no
About to watch the game. I'm about to watch ESPN.
and building trust.
Okay.
If, you know.
Yeah, but y'all be the same ones. Like, what y'all doing?
Yeah, I do. Where you at, girl? It's 1:30. It's 11:55. You better hurry get home.
11:50.
The game over. When the game over, you
When the game over, right?
You can call it.
Right.
What you doing?
Oh,
Okay, huh? You be trying to hold the phone like,
You trying to listen to the voices in the background.
what y'all doing?
All right, you.
I'm gonna get back. No.
See,
I hear a male voice.
You want me
in
to
the
cook this pizza?
I don't do all that. That's too much.
Nah, I don't do that neither.
back- Oh.
Hey, but this is like y'all be breaking. God,
Y'all be breaking it down
like,
tonight.
It's really simple, but it's not simple because we think like men. I don't know. I don't want to say we think like men because they got some men that probably think the right way, and God bless their souls. I don't know who gave them great souls, but it's like I don't. Like, if I really sit there and think about what they're saying, like it makes fucking complete sense.
Totally,
I just
totally.
gave a female strong example, but it's not gender specific.
Right,
Communication
right.
and trust building is across the board.
Right.
You guys have to do it. We have to do it.
And I'm saying ditto.
Ditto.
Because I was going to say trust and commitment.
Oh, and I said commitment.
Trust and commitment.
You have to trust the person you're with in order for you to feel like you can commit to them and stay committed to them. Because when that love is going up and down, when you really don't like your partner, but you stay committed. Just because you don't like me doesn't mean you get to abandon me and just do whatever you want. You have to stay committed to the relationship.
Right. That's what these women
But
do
don't
now.
do like
They be
blind
abandoning
commitment.
They abandon.
Oh, because I cheated on you one time.
Whoa,
you just
whoa,
go
whoa,
abandon
whoa,
That
whoa,
one
whoa,
time
whoa,
with your
whoa.
sister.
You go abandon me. And now I have to sit there and find forgiveness in myself to allow that situation
Come
to
on
forgive
now.
You and walk
you.
away.
Come on
though.
I
now.
have to forgive for you leaving me in the moment of my vulnerability.
Man, you was vulnerable while you was all up in
Jewel dropper.
Drop a jewel.
Bring it all
Jewel
around.
dropper.
This is a jewel.
You want to know what the response would be?
I dropped.
What's
So was
the-
you vulnerable when you was all up in the
This ain't about this ain't. Hold on.
vulnerable.
Stay on task,
I'm
Angela.
trying to apologize.
Task, Angela. Man, she's
Break
so
it down.
mean to me.
I'm a Virgo. I want explanation.
Right. Dr. Angela Jones, Dr. Jasmine Boone, thank you guys so much.
We have to get y'all back
Joining us.
next time and probably pay y'all.
Go ahead and put your
For the
socials out
services.
there so they can get in touch with you.
My Instagram is getcentered, GetCenteredCC. So hit me up on Instagram. Facebook, it's just type in Dr. Angela Jones.
All right. Cool.
Instagram, Dr. Jasmine Boone. Facebook, Dr. Jasmine Boone. Youtherapy.com.
So we definitely have
Just
to
you
revisit.
therapy. I'm sorry.
Just you therapy?
Yeah.
Okay.
You therapy.
Just you.
Just
So
Just
we
you.
definitely have to revisit. We have to have a part 2 so you can check on this, the status of me and DB.
I'm good. I don't listen to you now.
He's been reflecting on me.
I have
So what
reflected.
you been reflecting
I have
on?
I'm
released,
perfect, yo.
relearned, and I'm ready to reprimand.
Come on now.
Come
I'm
What's
Come
the
on now.
auras?
Where's the
What's
organ?
What's he reprimanding?
I don't know.
I don't
No,
know.
I want to. That's
Okay,
another
it was a
word.
good art
Yeah,
word.
I
It
tried
was
it.
It was good.
But I missed my show, so I can say what I want.
You
Anyway,
can.
so
Yes, you can. Mhm.
thank you, ladies.
Thank you guys so
Thank you
much.
for having us.
Thank you,
Hey,
thank you.
thank you for still staying on with us.
Mhm.
Who's ever watching, and make sure you guys continue to follow us, support us.
Right.
Spotify,
YouTube.
iTunes, YouTube. Make sure you guys subscribe. Subscribe to YouTube, The Truckcast. You
Right.
see the logo.
And if you need
Boom.
good therapy, reach out to these young ladies.
Mhm.
They are great at what they do.
Yes.
You can see they broke down us, and we're about to cry.
Yeah.
Issues, get the tissues, but it's okay.
Right. Definitely.
And
Definitely.
thank you guys for watching tonight.
Oh yeah, and
fine.
Wednesday tomorrow
Uh-oh.
at 10:30 at night.
Yes.
Tune in to Fox 26.
Angela
to see
after
me.
dark.
We're
Angela
talking
After
about
Dark.
when is it too soon to date after divorce.
Boom.
Never.
Wow, I forgot when that one.
Yeah, you was still
All
in love.
right.
Hey,
You still in love.
shout out to
Still in
everybody, man.
love.
I think that's it, man.
Never did.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.
For your
It's your baby man
It's your boy DP.
Peace.
Last time that I checked, we love y'all. Mama mentality.